Hey there, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Thanks for checking me out. So, I had a question on my mind yesterday about the second coming. So I've been, putting some research into it a little bit about what to expect. And, it's been Mandela affected a bit. So versus what it was before, about the 1,000 years versus this and that with Christ, and it gets a little confusing. But I was thinking about heaven and hell, and some of the things that you read say that hell isn't there yet. It's not really there. Everybody's basically, if you die, you're kind of in limbo, and eventually when the second coming happens, then everybody's sorted out. So in the interim right now, everybody's kind of in this limbo state where they're kind of in this other realm, but they're kind of asleep, and that's basically what's going on. So I started reading about that yesterday morning and the night before, and I got some questions in my mind. Now when I get questions, I get answers, and it's always pretty the manifestation of these kind of things kind of happens, and it's always kind of weird in a good way a lot. Anyway, so, I saw a couple things, and this guy came in at the end of the day at my job and says, blah, blah, blah. I have on the back of my car that I bought, somebody changed the letters and they put 666 on the back of my truck. Do you think, or it wasn't a truck, but anyway. He said, do you think that's a bad thing? I said, well, 66, and this guy came in saying, I'm looking for something to buy for a bad boy. Now, I want to be a bad boy. And I thought that was kind of strange, a lot of people are strange. But then he goes, and this guy was wearing a suit, expensive watch, nice shoes, and he pulls up in a different vehicle. He pulled up in a Bentley. I saw it outside through the window, so I know, this guy has some money, and he asked me about that. I said, well, if you want to be a bad boy, the right way to go about it is to leave the numbers in the back. He says, do you think that's evil? I said, well, it's the number of man is 666. So it's up to you if you want to wear it or not. Want to have it on the back of your vehicle or not. And he was like, oh, that's great. I love that answer. And I was like, So, him taking off the 666 on the back of his vehicle isn't going to, or leaving it there. That's just one thing. But anyway, he goes to me on the side. He goes, I actually sold my soul to the devil, he says. And that's why I have so much money. He goes, but when I get down to hell, I'm going to put in central AC for me and all my friends. Ha 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 ha. So, and he's giving me the wink wink. And, it's just amazing how many people kind of come out jokingly, and if I think about things like this, and then out of the blue say to me, I sold my soul to the devil and I'm going to hell, ha 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 ha, but look at all the money I have. So I went on the web, look at the news. Fox headline was, I sold my soul to the devil, and synchronicity there. And then the article was about how they were talking about how the U.S. basically is giving $10 billion to the Taliban after we're leaving, left Afghanistan, and it's crazy that we're giving money to terrorists, which I agree, it's crazy. They shouldn't do that. So I just thought I'd, put this video out there about, manifestations, about talking, thinking about things and getting the lesson right there in front of you. And the lesson in a way is, and you could think, hey, are we in a simulation? Are we not in a simulation? Well, let's pretend that for a moment we're in a simulation, which I don't really think. I think thinking that we're in a simulation is a crude way of mentioning about the reality that we're in. So I think it's very crude. And what I'm saying is that do you think, and I've said this before, do you think that they would have stopped at the level where we're at, the player level, or would they have an afterlife as well? I think that they would. I think that they would have all the different levels. I think you could have all these different things. I don't think for creative purposes, I think that they could actually have a program where they torture souls for eternity. And I think that certainly can happen. And then you have to think about it. Gee, if, the same, I said this on my a meme, the same people that say that God doesn't exist are the scientists, are the same scientists that's saying that the universe is made up 99.9999% dark matter that we can't detect. So you're trying to tell me that the universe is made out of dark matter that we can't detect, and that but God doesn't exist. Like, it's total insanity that when you really piece and parse out, piece together and parse out, I wanted to say, when you look through it, it just doesn't make any sense at all. And when you try to isolate an atom, and like particles, it's either a particle or a wave, and the whole thing is just like, what's going on. Very, very interesting. But I thought I'd share that, and that I'm not saying our reality is a simulation. What I'm saying is you should kind of treat it as such in a way. When you think about, how you're supposed to live your life. And, if your goal is to, make money and screw everybody else out, I think there is going to be, a judgment. And I think that you're on a bad path. And this guy's, for him to and he said it as a joking manner, maybe it's just a joke to him, but I think on a deeper level, I think he kind of believes that. Because listen, I talked to him for a moment, and I could tell I'm way smarter than he is. And like when I talk to people like this that are very wealthy, and I know I'm way smarter than he is, and when they make 10 times my income, then I know like something else is going on. It's just the way it is. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, as they say. And sometimes I can't see comments, and sometimes I can't respond for some reason. It just doesn't work. I don't know what's up with this, but let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.